Good evening, beautiful people all around the world. Welcome back to the Moneypot channel. It is your boy Elijah back here on another YouTube live. It is May 5th, 2023. First, gotta say, all praise be to the Most High. All glory be to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who came in the form of man. God came in the form of man, and he died for the entire world's sins to give us salvation, to give us deliverance from sin and its consequences. And even more than that, he gives us victory over sin and the bondage that Satan seeks to keep us in each and every day. So first off, all praise be to the Most High. It is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Gotta give a shout out to Cinco de Mayo, to the Mexicans. I think you guys want to battle over France. Us here in America, we just use it as a day to drink and party. But shout out to you guys for fighting so hard. We are here on another YouTube Live, and we are talking about cryptocurrency. We got a jam-packed conversation for you all tonight, where we will be talking about cryptocurrency, the current updates in the market, and really where we are in the crypto space. Because seriously, we have not even reached crypto's fullest potential, in my humble opinion. The train is just now leaving the station. And those are the words from the United States Treasury Secretary, Rosie Rios, who is also on the board of one of the cryptocurrencies that I'm going to discuss this evening. You're not going to want to miss out on this live here. You're not going to want to miss out. So I got a dollar bill here. This right here, it is getting thrown all throughout the world. They just keep printing these things. They got unlimited supplies. The Federal Reserve has unlimited amounts of these bad boys and many other bills. And we are seeing inflation take its toll on the American economy. The price of eggs is rising. The price of everything is rising. And as we are seeing that happen, it begs the question, what is going to be the next currency? Well, since 2008, since the invention of Bitcoin and that white paper being published, we see that there's a new form of currency that is being able to be used to buy goods and services. That's cryptocurrency. Bitcoin had that first mover advantage, but there have been thousands of other cryptocurrencies that have been created. Now, thousands of them are going to go away because they don't have really any use cases, but there's going to be a select few, I believe, that are going to be building the blocks of this new financial system. And I encourage you to go check out some of my past content where we talk about this new financial system and the Swift's implementation of these ISO 20022 messaging standards. And we're going to talk about Swift here throughout this live. But I just want you to know that I've talked about Swift. I've talked about many of the things that we're talking about here in this live and many of my past content. So go check that out. Make sure you subscribe to the Moneypot channel so that you're not missing out on anything that we're putting out. Alrighty? All right. Let's keep it pushing here. Let's keep it pushing and understand that right now, we are only 3, 10, 2, 15 years ago, Bitcoin was introduced. And 15 years from then, we have seen, a cryptocurrency market that's gone over $2 trillion in market cap. But not too many people know about cryptocurrency. Not too many people know about it. Not too many people are involved with it. Not too many people even know how to put cryptocurrency in a wallet or how to use it to go buy goods and services. Not too many people know about it. And right now, where we're at with the cryptocurrency space and the adoption curve, I believe that we're still in the early adopter stage. I'm talking, we are at the tail end of this early adopter stage, and we are getting ready to move into that blue stage, the early majority, where it is going to be widely accepted and used. We see the tech enthusiasts getting really into Bitcoin when it was, $0 to $10 and then to maybe to $100 and even to $1,000. Then the visionaries, once they saw that it got to 1,000, they're like, oh snap, this is actually getting used to move value across the world. Maybe for nefarious reasons, but it's still getting used for the payment of goods and services, regardless of those payments, regardless of what those goods and services are. And we are still, I believe, in this early adopter stage, and that's why I believe it is so important to start understanding cryptocurrency now. Like I said, go check out some of my past content, but we put out a course on cryptocurrency that is free for you to learn about cryptocurrency and how to get involved in it, because it is better to get involved in cryptocurrency now than once the government gets involved with it and they start introducing central bank digital currencies. And that's all you're going to have in your asset portfolio. And like I was saying earlier, we need the Most High. We need to humble ourselves, turn from our wicked ways, and repent. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of gold, a lot of silver. It doesn't matter what store of value asset that you have. You need Yahshua HaMashiach as your Lord and Savior, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you sane during these times that we are living in. But we are about to move towards this early majority adoption curve stage. And this is exciting because we know that bull runs happen around this time. They happen in the summer months, all right? And even though the United States economy is going down, I still believe that there's going to be a bull run here in 2023 for the cryptocurrency market. Now, I don't think that all cryptocurrencies are going to be associated with it, but there will be a bull run, and the market has to grow. It is the future. It's not necessarily cryptocurrency. It's more about the blockchain technology and how this is giving financial institutions, central banks, even institutions in healthcare and in law, in government, the ability to move data a lot faster. And that's what blockchain technology does. And that's what cryptocurrencies are built on. And we need to understand, that there is a term called store of value in economics. And this is really important when you're talking about currency and you're talking about making payment for goods and services. You see, back in the day, they were on a barter system. So, I would sell you a cow for, maybe 30 chickens, or I could sell you 20 cows for an acre of land. It depended on what the store of value was for the asset that you had and that you wanted to trade. But it's important to understand this definition. And I have this definition here from Investopedia just for your knowledge. A store of value is essentially an asset, commodity, or currency that can be saved, retrieved, and exchanged in the future without deteriorating in value. In other words, to enter this category, the item acquired should over time either be worth the same amount or more. Some examples of that are gold and other metals, as well as U.S. Treasury bonds and interest-bearing assets. This is good to know as we're talking about cryptocurrency. Traditionally, you got assets such as real estate that clearly has a store of value. If you have land, it's going to typically grow in value over a period of time. Gold and other precious metals, all throughout history, have been used as a store of value. Currencies, for the most part, have been able to function as a store of value, because if it does not, then a country's economy is not going to be able to work. Even the United States dollar bill, these bad boys have a store of value. And guess what? Cryptocurrencies have a store of value as well. depending on the use case. And that is important to note because you want to invest in assets that are going to retain their store value. And as I just said that, I thought about this. Please note that all that I'm discussing, all the information that I'm presenting is not financial advice. This is just information that I'm putting out here. And you do with this information as you please, but it is not financial advice at all. So understand what store of value means in this definition. Please, please. Now, why crypto? Like I said, it has a store of value and it is the currency of the future. We are seeing fiat currency run its course. Inflation is going crazy. And now that, like, I don't even know the percentage, so I'm not going to just say a percentage, but a large amount of the population around the world has access to the internet. That gives all the more reason for governments and for blockchain technology to be used and for cryptocurrencies to be implemented as a form of currency. So it's important to keep in mind the times that we're living in. Truly unprecedented. Truly unprecedented. And with this blockchain technology available and fiat currency losing its purchasing power, it makes sense why there's so many governments, so many financial institutions creating departments, creating legislation around blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies and how they'll be integrated into our economy. So now I just want to take a brief look at CoinMarketCap and just show you where the cryptocurrency market is currently at. Okay. All right. So we see that the cryptocurrency market is at $1.21 trillion as of today. This screenshot is as of today around 8:30. 1.21. We see Bitcoin is at 29,000. That is pretty high. It's up 1% over the past 24 hours and almost 0.5% over the past week. So maybe losing some steam here. We see Ethereum at 1,900, up 3% over the past week. And 3 to 5, I really just don't look at them much. BNB is a major crypto. Binance, the largest exchange in the world. And Tether and USD coin are stable coins, I believe, for the most part. XRP, we see it flowing at 46 cents. Not financial advice, but 46 cent XRP is really cheap for what it is planning to do and how it is being planned to use. Same with ADA, Cardano. That's a really great cryptocurrency. And it really boils down to what are the use cases for these cryptocurrencies. Keep that in mind. What value is it bringing to the world? Bitcoin has first mover advantage. Ethereum, it was really the second major cryptocurrency to be around, and I believe the first cryptocurrency to use POS, the POS system. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and make sure you're dropping some comments, and let me know what you're thinking below. But those two have a use case. And it's important to look at cryptocurrencies and the use cases. XRP, it's helping facilitate cross-border payments. And as we keep going, some of these, I haven't studied them as much. Polygon is another one where I have been getting into it recently and actually looking to invest into it because it's a cryptocurrency that it functions with Ethereum and it is being used by financial institutions right now. I forgot which financial institution was actually moving money on Matic, but they've started doing tests already. Okay, already. The train has left the station. Okay. but Matic is a good cryptocurrency to research. You do your own research, and I will say this: Shiba Inu and Dogecoin are cryptocurrencies that I made a lot of money off Dogecoin back in the day. I think I may have probably like 50x my return on Dogecoin. But there's no real use case because there's an unlimited supply of both of these cryptocurrencies. They are really meme coins. You don't want to invest in the meme coins. You want crypto. You want to invest in cryptocurrencies that actually are bringing real world value. Okay. As we keep it pushing, Monero is very much like Bitcoin in that it is fully decentralized. That's one thing I know about it. Chainlink is a good one as well to look into. But of course, I got to shout out to Stellar, coming in at 28 at 9 cents. I believe that Stellar right now is a steal, and I've been stacking that bad boy up. XRP and Stellar are the ones that I'm stacking up on because of their use case and how they are going to be utilized in this new financial system. And that's what we're going to get into talking about. Because, the major banks and the media is not going to talk about what these cryptocurrencies are doing behind the scenes. They're just going to talk about the downsides of investing in cryptocurrency. The rich will keep getting richer, and the poor will keep not aware, exposed to the information that they need to make decisions to be able to not be disadvantaged later on in life. And that's why it's important that we start learning about cryptocurrency right now. Start learning about cryptocurrency right now. Download the Future of Money cryptocurrency course. Go check out some of our past content on cryptocurrency and the right cryptocurrencies to have in your portfolio. And start understanding that times are changing. This dollar bill is not going to be worth what it was a year from now. Know that. Seriously. And let's keep it pushing, because all of the top governments, all of the leading economies are all researching central bank digital currencies, and all the institutions in their countries are getting ready to implement blockchain technology into their processes, into their payment systems. And we need to know this. This comes from the World Economic Forum. Go check out some of my past content on the World Economic Forum and get an understanding of what my perspective is on them. But because I'm not going to go there tonight. I'm not. But the World Economic Forum is just a group of a lot of individuals who are making most of the decisions around the world. Some will call them the elites. This is what the future holds for cryptocurrency. And this came out this year in 2023. Well, this is that year. But this is what the World Economic Forum put out about this is what the future holds for cryptocurrencies. All right? And we see that we know that, last year was a tough year for the cryptocurrency space. We know that. We had the FTX scandal. We had Terra Luna failing. Just a lot of fraudulent activity and scare tactics happening in the cryptocurrency market. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people lost money in 2022. But that should not deter them from understanding that cryptocurrency is here to stay. Blockchain technology is here to stay. And it is important that we start learning about it now so that we are just aware of what is getting pushed onto us, if that makes sense. But this is what I want to highlight from the World Economic Forum's article on this is what the future holds for cryptocurrency. Look at this last sentence. It says, watch what the big banks and mature financial service firms do, not what they say. Read that one more time. Watch what the big banks and mature financial services firms do, not what they say. Watch what they do and not what they say, okay? you can see a major financial institution say, don't invest in cryptocurrency. Don't put your money there. Go traditional route. But if you see them start to make cross-border payments on a blockchain technology using this ISO 20022 technology, doesn't it make sense to be doing what the big banks are doing? I think it makes sense. Think as if you were a bank. Seriously. That's how I'm trying to let you know that it is time to start thinking like you're a bank. Think like you're a bank or a central bank. You see a whole bunch of banks stocking up on silver and gold all across the world. Well, maybe that's something that you should be doing too. Because everything happens high level and then it comes down. You don't want to just be aware of something once it comes down. All right? Same with cryptocurrency. We're seeing all the top financial institutions, all the top governments researching blockchain technology and how to implement it. So doesn't it make sense that we start actively researching it and implementing it into our own personal finances as well? And just being aware of it? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But now let's go back. Let's get back into talking about what is going on high level, because ISO 20022 is here, and it's just a new way for cross-border payments to happen. But this is an initiative by SWIFT, which is the payment processor for all of its member central banks. And when I'm talking about the member central banks, I'm basically talking about all the top economies. And I'm talking about trillions of dollars being moved on a weekly basis. That's how much money the SWIFT payment network utilizes. And now they're moving towards the ISO 20022 messaging system, which uses blockchain technology. No, XRP is not going to replace SWIFT. SWIFT is going to utilize the XRP blockchain to move its payments throughout the world. But we see here that ISO 20022 is starting. And we know that it's starting in March of 2023. That was 2 months ago. And countries are getting on board with this. You know, you may have heard in the news that the United States is implementing the FedNow service. Yes, that's coming. That's part of this move towards ISO 20022. Think of ISO 20022 as just the global standard, and then FedNow as the United States' standard. All right? And here's a graph showing basically the ISO 20022 adoption by country. And we see the United States here, the planning migration of from 2023 to 2025. There are many other major institutions here. I'm sorry, not institutions. Governments, countries that are moving onto this ISO 20022 adoption as well. And this is something that we just need to be mindful of, because by 2025, it looks like all the top economies will be moving towards this ISO 20022 technology or towards a new payment system. 2025, y'all, it's not that far away. We're already halfway through 2023. Time flies, dadgummit. It flies. Make use of your time. Now let's talk about some of the cryptocurrencies that are compatible with this ISO 22 messaging standards. Because when you know, you can read that two of the cryptocurrencies that I'm about to mention, XRP and XLM, are members of the ISO 20022 community. Leaders, okay? So you think that the ISO 20022 technology is not going to use these blockchains for the movements of these payments? No. Come on now. It don't make no sense. It don't make no gosh dang sense. The link to this is in the description below as well, but if you want to go read it for yourself. But here are 7 cryptocurrencies that are recognized as ISO 20022 compliant. We got Quant, Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, IOTA, XDC, and Algorand. These 7 are supposed to be ISO 20022 compliant. And do your research for yourself. If you want to get into cryptocurrency, don't start I know that Dogecoin and Shiba Inu are going to provide you quick gains, and that's really how most people think about cryptocurrency. But do your best to just think about it long term. Do your best to think about, the cryptocurrencies that are building this new financial system that is going to require, trillions of dollars to be moved on this new financial system. Think about the gains from those, from that bull run. Think about that, and don't think about, great, Dogecoin jumped up to 20 cents, and I bought at 5 cents. Wouldn't you rather invest in a cryptocurrency that was at 10 cents and now it's at $100? Or a cryptocurrency that's at 50 cents and is now at $1,000? Or at 1 cent and is at, $500? Think about those types of gains. Seriously. And think long term. I encourage you to. This comes from that same website, but this is basically just a layout of this new financial system. And, we see Ripple, we see Stellar, we see XDC, and Algorand, IOTA, and Hedera. We see ISO at the bottom here. It links them all together with this green line. But we also see some major technology companies and institutions here as well. We see IBM and how, the IBM Weaver and is connected to Stellar, and it's also connected to the R3 Corda bridge. And when you start to understand that the R3 and IBM, these are major companies or organizations that are payment processors and moving a lot of data for their clients. Understand that. Data is basically money. JP Morgan Chase is right here. We see Ethereum on here as well. And then we see a central bank digital currency here being included in this overall new financial system. And this is why I tell people to get into cryptocurrency now. Looking at this, you see a central bank digital currency, which is inevitable. It's going to come. But think about if you owned one of these 7 cryptocurrencies, and you had that instead of just being subject to having a central bank digital currency. Think about that for a minute. Think about how much purchasing power you would have and how you would not be subject to the limits that a central bank digital currency is going to place on its holders. Just think about it, okay? Think about it. Last few things I want to highlight just on XRP and XLM. As I wrap up here, I really don't have much more to talk about. We talked about where we're at in the cryptocurrency market right now, and we also talked about how it's just we are early in the stages of the early majority. I think we're getting towards the tail end of early adopters and visionaries. The train has left the station, and a lot of people are going to get left behind. That's just the reality of it. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. XRP and XLM are 2 of the cryptocurrencies that I'm most intrigued by because of their use case and how they are, going to be moving money around the world for cross-border payments. And this is an article by the World Bank who mentions XRP and XLM. I don't know if you can even see that, but they reference XRP and XLM as being stablecoins for cross-border payments. And I encourage you to go read that article. If you like to read, if you like to study for yourself. Go check out that article. Seriously, I won't get into some of the theories I hear on Twitter and everything because sometimes they're just really far-fetched. But there are legitimate lawyers, legislators, and individuals. And if you don't know, XRP is actually in a lawsuit with the SEC, with the government. But there's an attorney who was proposing a buyback of XRP by the Federal Reserve. And this buyback for XRP proposed that XRP be bought back at $37,500 per coin, and that each coin holder would receive tax breaks for them and their families, and many other incentives to being in this buyback. That's just something to think about, and that's with XRP. But there are cryptocurrencies that are way better than Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and even Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very slow, not as energy efficient, and it really takes, a lot of computers to run it. But if you are thinking about getting into cryptocurrency, I encourage you to first check out some of my past content. But, contact me, reach out to me. Ask me what I think about, what cryptocurrencies you're thinking about getting into. And I'll give you my honest perspective. And also I'll do research on those cryptocurrencies because I am interested by this blockchain technology. I truly am. And, I like talking about this stuff. But in closing, these are just some of the organizations that Ripple has partnered with. Yes, that is the Bank of England. Yes, that is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as well. Yes, that is Santander Bank, SBI Remit, UBS, and many other major financial institutions, American Express, that are moving a lot of money around the world. I'm not telling you that you should invest in XRP or XLM or any cryptocurrency, but I want to encourage you to understand the times that we're living in. As we are seeing this fiat currency slowly become extinct, it is important to be not a laggard. Do not be a laggard. Don't even be a late majority. Seriously. You want to be part of this early majority. You really want to be an early adopter, but I think that train has left. So understand that blockchain technology is here to stay, and it's going to be implemented more and more throughout our lives, especially once we see this XRP SEC lawsuit end, which I believe will be in 2023. Once that's over, that'll be the first cryptocurrency with regulatory clarity. And from there, I think that we're going to start to see a lot more cryptocurrencies go to zero and be wiped out and not be, even cryptocurrencies anymore. Just all my thoughts here, guys. Make sure you drop some comments. Make sure you like, dislike, share, subscribe. Do what you do, but I appreciate you. It has been real on this Cinco de Mayo episode and talking about cryptocurrency. Make sure you go check out some of the past content and let me know what you think of this video. It is always important that you understand that it doesn't matter how many assets you have, how much money you have in the bank, how many bullets you have for your gun, how much of anything that this world has to offer. The only thing that matters is having your faith in Jesus Christ as your owner, as your Lord, as your Savior of your soul. You see, we are only here temporarily in life. We can't take anything that we get here on earth with us. And eternity is in a very long time. I can't even fathom it. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I encourage you to go read the word today. Go read it this week and realize that the Most High's faithfulness endures to all generations. And with that, I say good night. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay prayed up. Peace.